mother. Bloopers. Bloopers.
I got all the YouTube guidelines.
He is the YouTube guideline.
He's a YouTuber. That's why. Hey guys. That's how every video.
This is Avion, and we're
Back, guys. It is Avion. Back.
favorite thing to say.
Click that like button below.
No, it's smash that bell.
Yes, all the mothers can relate, no matter whether you got one kid or 5.
Mother, that is the name of our podcast.
Brendan first, and you just listen to me.
I used to, but now. But if it's like, sometimes you know the bread and be light a little bit, and if it's like light bread and like.
But not from McDonald's.
I was
Oh,
saying McDonald's, the skin is like disconnected.
And that's how Elijah eats it. Then you see the skin off, and then you see the whole chicken nugget
By itself, a separate
yes,
thing. Like if it was a
Like
jacket.
Yeah, Wendy's chicken nuggets,
like,
he can eat. I don't take no skin off the Wendy's chicken nuggets.
I'm not big trying to give him a
But-
chicken nugget, yeah.
The McDonald's chicken nuggets, you have to. They gonna choke and die.
Yeah, because he be eating all the bread in it.
Next.
So one period you pump like 20 minutes.
20 minutes, and I make 2 6-ounce bottles.
6-ounce bottles.
And
That's
then
good.
when I get home, and that's the thing, so I'm pumping around 12, 1 o'clock. And then when I get home, I'll try not to feed him. Like sometimes he will like have 1 bottle, like half a bottle left. So I'll try to give him that. And then try to pump 2 more 6-ounce bottles. So that way I always have, because he always has 1 bottle left. So I always have like 5 bottles in the fridge by the end of the day. And then the shot replacing every day. But I don't know when that happens. Like I said, at one time I was only pumping 3. And I just thought like, oh, this is the end when he has to eat more. We'll have to get that Similac. But yes, that's the way nature works.
So you've been giving him formula too?
No, I haven't had to yet
Oh,
because
yeah.
I've been able to pump enough. That's what I'm saying. Like the week we were off at school, I felt like I wasn't being able to pump anything. But as soon as I went back to work, like it came back into rotation again. Because when I was pumping like 2-3 ounces, whatever, and I was telling Janice like I have to pump 2 6-ounce bottles sometimes when I'm at work. Most of the time, that's how much I pump.
So now that they gave you the extra period, you pump every day when you go to work.
Yeah, I pump every day, and then I have that extra period to like actually do schoolwork. And that's the thing, I was taking that time because I only had a lunch and a prep. So I was eating lunch, and then after that, I was like, okay, do I grade a paper and do some lesson planning, or do I pump? So now they give me extra periods, so I have time to pump, eat my lunch, and then actually do work too. So before I was like, it was like either or. I wasn't getting nothing done because I was like, okay, if I don't pump, I'll be doing it.
Next.
Pampers
Let's
wipes.
talk about that.
Let's talk about
Oh,
wipes.
wait, you gotta whisk this out.
Pampers wipes to me is basura. Okay? They feel like basura.
They
I don't know. They feel like
you know.
oh,
when
they
you
feel
go
like
to
a
the
fabric.
hospital?
No, they feel like a fabric softener, but just like
Dry-
you know.
dryer
Oh yeah, a
sheet.
dryer sheet. They feel like a dryer
Cut it
sheet,
out.
but moist.
No. They feel like that thing that they give you at the hospital as a wipe.
Oh,
you
you
wet
wear
it?
your cloth and then
Yeah.
you wet it.
That's
Yeah.
what it feel like.
But when you get that Huggies wipes,
A Huggies wipe is like
it got the
a washcloth.
girl,
Yes,
and when
it's
it
perfect.
wipe,
Mhm.
it just grab up everything.
Everything.
I'm telling you, one wipe will clean a butt this size.
And one of those wipes can clean up on this side.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to show you, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't like that.
I don't
Now
know.
you
I
show
don't
the
like
whole
Pampers wipes.
I hate Pampers
Yeah, I
wipes.
do not.
But see, this is why we need Jasmine because she lives by Pampers wipe. She says Huggies wipe give her boys a rash.
Next.
Natural birth, no epidural.
No epidural,
No.
sis. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't want to know if that's right.
Yes.
You had an epidural for both?
Both times.
Both times.
Give me it now. I mean, I was at labor for like 12
She
16
said, "Give me
hours
it now."
Both times?
Yes. Katie was 16. This one was 12.
How many
Both
epidurals
days.
did you have?
Me, I had two. 2 out of 3.
Okay. Wait, who you didn't have epidural with?
Avion. He came so fast, I didn't get a chance to have it. Manny, like I said, they gave it to me at 8 centimeters when I wasn't supposed to, and within 30 minutes, it was time to push. I was completely numb.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's what
couldn't
happened
feel
with Cam, yeah.
nothing. I didn't even know what what pushing was because I was completely numb. And they almost had to give me an emergency C-section. With Avion, by the time the anesthesiologist, because with Manny, I was adamant. I did not want it. With Avion, as soon as I walked in the hospital, I was like, epidural, please. Hello?
Wow.
I want this. I don't want to feel nothing. And then by the time the anesthesiologist got up there, he was out already. And then with Elijah, my plan was not to get it because I was like, I had fast deliveries. My first Manny was 5 hours from the first contraction to out. Avion was 4 hours. So I just swore up and down he was going to be in and out. But then I was having so many complications with him. I didn't know how long it was going to take. So I'm like, all right, at this point, let me just get it before I repeat the cycle that I had with Manny. So I'm like, let me just get it. Yeah, and with Elijah, it was such a long process because, like I said, the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck twice. They had a knot in there. His heart rate was dropping.
You know they say that's good luck, right?
What, when the umbilical cord got
No, when there's a knot in the umbilical cord.
Oh, well, it didn't feel like good luck because that's what was making his heart rate drop. Every time he tried to come down the canal, he would be in distress. And, yeah, and that
How
was...
long was your labor with him?
Girl, so... All right, I went to the bathroom and I felt a gush. Mind you, with Manny, they broke my water. My water never broke. With Avion, like I said, everything happened so fast. So I was feeling a contraction, but my water didn't break yet while I was on my way to the hospital. Once I got to the hospital and admitting, they put me on the bed and then my water broke while I was laying on the bed. So again, I never had a gush to feel. So with Elijah, I was walking to the bathroom. You know, I had the IV and everything. And because I thought I had to pee, so I was going to pee, but on my way, it was a gush of clear. Came back, the resident doctor checked me. She said, oh, that was your water, blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking, oh, yeah, now we really about to start rolling. That was my water.
Now? Like,
now this is 8, 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, oh, we rolling now, knowing my natural self plus the Pitocin plus my water broke. It only added up.
How much dilated were you at that point? Did you know?
They kept telling me I was only...
Still 2?
6. No, they telling me I was only 6. So mind you, I was 6 for forever. And again, I'm like, this is not me. AJ,
It's the Pitocin.
at this point, he's bugging. But no, so now I lay down. Now, like I said, his heart rate kept dropping.
So
the
they
fetal
had the machine,
monitor wasn't working. So now the doctor's telling them to put the internal monitor in. So she's trying to put the internal monitor in, but I guess she was having some struggle. So now the actual MD comes in, tries to put it in, and then I hear him turn on her and black, like, her water's not even broke. How are you trying to put this in and her water didn't even break yet?
So what was it then?
Exactly.
What was the gush?
I guess it was a partial water break.
Maybe your mucus plug, no?
I don't know. The lady told me it was,
said
and she felt me, said it was clear, said I was 6 centimeters. Now the doctor
Did they
comes.
do the swab thingy to confirm that your water broke?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
But you said maybe...
So then the doctor came. So like I said, like this was when the water actually broke. It was 8, 9 o'clock. So now the heart rate keeps dropping. Blah blah blah. Now it's probably like 10.
From 8, 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the morning. They
Exactly.
have to figure things out.
And then you was there how long
to tell you
before
that at 8, 9
like,
o'clock that his heart rate is dropping, and
Right.
it for that long to continue.
So now it probably maybe like.
emergency C-section.
And this is what I'm saying. And then at this point, I'm telling the doctor like, give me a C-section because this is ridiculous. His heart rate is obviously not steady because y'all keep running in here every second. Every time the fetal monitor shows that the heart rate, you know. And then he's like, no, everything's okay. You know, we're professionals that we felt like we didn't have everything under control. That we would take the next step. Da 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 da. So they finally get. He breaks my water, right? Right after he broke my water, I went from 6 to 10 in no time. And that was the problem.
Are you serious?
Mhm. And then the whole process started. He came out, and the umbilical cord was wrapped around. Mind you, I feel like I remember I went to the doctor that morning at their facility, got the ultrasound and everything, and that's why they kept me. And you couldn't see by the ultrasound that there was any knot or any.
Or at least the cord wrapped around his neck.
Right, and it
But
was
maybe
wrapped
all of
twice.
that happened when
I heard that sometimes the umbilical cord could wrap around the neck as the baby
coming
comes
down.
down.
Yeah.
But the knot,
Yeah, they're not. No, they should have been able to see that.
Exactly,
They
from
should've
that
been-
morning.
Yeah.
But finally, like I said, he came out, and I was just making sure my baby wasn't blue, didn't lose no oxygen.
He was crying?
Yeah, he was crying. He had cried right away. And then he finally came out, and I was just like so disgusted by the whole process. So, how many epidurals did you have?
I have 1 epidural.
Kaden, say hi to the camera.
I have 5 kids. I had 1 epidural with the first one, and then with the second one, I had a C-section. And then with the last 3, I had vaginal. No
No
epidural.
epidural, no nothing.
No.
Push. Boom, boom,
Push.
boom. What's your time? How many hours?
I do not remember.
Oh.
I think with Destiny was quick. All of them were quick. With Destiny, it was quick, but it was, I think, waiting to get the epidural was the longest process. Because after I got the epidural, they broke my water, and then I pushed like maybe,
Oh, what? Your water didn't break.
no. My water only
So how you know it was
broke
time to go into labor?
because I was having contractions.
Close. But how long did you let them get before you went to the doctor? Before you went to the doctor? 5 minutes apart?
Yeah, maybe like 5, maybe 8 minutes apart. That's when I was like, we gotta go. But remember, that was my first kid, so
Oh,
I didn't know
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
I was scared, so I was like, I think it's time to go. Went to the hospital, and
How many centimeters was dilated?
when I got to the hospital, I was probably like 5.
Oh, then they kept you? I think they keep you after 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause see,
They
with
kept me
Manny,
right around.
again, that was my first one, and I had him young. I was only 20, and
I was 20 with Destiny.
I was like, the first time I was having Braxton Hicks, but they was painful, and my aunt was like, listen, go to the hospital, because with me, I be letting these doctors know, I'm in pain, I'm not going home, I'm staying here. I was like, oh, you right, auntie. So I went to the hospital, they was like, oh, you 2 centimeters dilated, bye, you gotta go. I was like,
Because your water didn't break.
my water didn't break, and I was only 2 centimeters dilated. So they was like, no, come back when you're 4. Bye. Have a nice day. But this was the day before, probably like that afternoon. And then
right.
6 o'clock the next morning,
Yeah.
they were real contractions, and I went into labor. But they
With
sure did send my
Jayla-
ass home.
But the second one, I think, what made me go to the hospital? I think I might have.
Oh, but you had a C-section, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't a scheduled C-section.
Oh, okay.
It was an emergency C-section. So with Jayla,
That's scary.
I was having contractions, went to the hospital, they broke my water, and then they went to check to see, no, before they didn't break my water. They went to check to see, if she was in position, and she was backwards. So her feet was coming down.
Oh, okay. She was breached.
She was breached. So, they tried to turn her, which was very painful.
Oh, yeah, I've
And-
seen that before. Like,
Yeah.
on the outside.
What,
of the
with
belly.
their whole hand inside?
They
Well,
tried
I said,
outside.
bye,
No,
bye.
that's why I said I've
Right.
seen them like twisting and turning your belly and stuff like that.
They
Oh, they
tried
was
that.
turning it outside of
They
the
tried
belly.
that first. Nothing. Then they tried inside, like trying to
God, you not from that?
turn. No, nothing.
That
So
sounds painful.
they had to do emergency C-section. When they did the emergency C-section, it went really fast. Like I had the gown and everything. They put the thing on my head. We went right
Yeah,
in.
they was fast
It
when
was
they got
fast.
uh-huh.
It was fast. So I didn't really. And then I was like, oh, can you guys tell me when you're gonna cut me?
We already
They
did.
pulled her out like a minute and a half later. Not even like a minute later.
Wow.
So that was Jayla, and then when I had Kylie, they were nervous because when you have a C-section, they say that you're supposed to keep having C-sections, like you're not supposed to have vaginal. They call it a VBAC, and I didn't want to have another C-section. I kept saying like, I want to do vaginal. I'm doing vaginal. And they were like, oh, okay. When I got to the hospital with Kylie, I was having contractions. My water didn't break with her either. No, my water didn't break with her either. I don't remember. No, I think it was just Dylan, my water broke. No, my water broke with Kylie. With Dylan, I saw blood. That's what sent me to the hospital. Okay. So my water broke with Kylie, and I went to the hospital. I was still, and I went to the hospital.
No contractions though.
No contractions, nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. Went to the hospital, and they ended up having to break my water, but they monitored me for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I told them I saw the blood. They didn't know where it was coming from. And no, matter of fact, Dylan, that's what it was. It was a dry birth. So they never ended up breaking my water. And that's why when they saw the blood, they was like, all right, well, they didn't know where it was coming from. Like, because when they went in, they didn't see anything wrong, nothing. And then eventually, I started dilating, and he came out. But they said it was a dry birth because my water never broke. And then
But how can you push without
I'm about to say
your
how-
water breaking?
I guess. But it was blood. It was blood. Like, it was, and that's what
Like it was a gush of blood though. Like, so it wasn't clear liquid, it was blood.
No, yeah. So that's what they were saying. Where is this blood coming? They never.
But that
figured-
wasn't the amniotic like sac?
No, because that's clear. That stuff is clear. So I don't know.
But I thought they couldn't pass through if
And I'm
the
about to
water
say, so how did
didn't
he come
break.
out?
He came out vaginal.
And he wasn't in no sac? So did you
So
not have
maybe
enough
the
fluid
blood-
in the sac?
Maybe. And maybe the blood.
Yeah, maybe because there was
Was
no
the-
fluid in there, so then it was.
Dried up blood. I don't know, but
Oh, that's okay.
they called it. They said it was a dry birth. That's what they called it. So, and then with Jackson, I was having contractions. Went to the hospital, and he ended up pooping in the sack on his way out.
That's an emergency C-section too.
No, I pushed him out though. And
Yeah, because when they poop in a sack, they normally say that's an emergency.
and then after he came out, they had to suction all of the stuff out or whatever, and he had to go in the NICU for like 4 or
'Cause he
5
pooped in
days.
the
Because of
sack.
that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because when they poop in the sack, they gotta get them.